Oh boy, this news stresses me out, Raul. You know what doesn't stress me out, Raul?
Here we go.
Some
There we
good
go.
news, baby!
Yes.
Yes! So, we are finally done with the bad news. Thank you guys all for sticking with us for these first three things. God, it's just court date after court date after court date with one guilty. Everybody else is still innocent until proven guilty.
By now, we have lost about 50% of our listeners at this point.
Dear
Just 3
Jesus.
topics in.
Please stay and understand. We have more good things to talk about. It goes uphill from here. So our next topic here is actually Mighty Morphin Power Rangers reunion special coming to Netflix.
Power Rangers.
Bow, 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 bow. But yeah, I think this is going to be pretty cool because this comes to us from Entertainment Weekly, or EW for short. 3 decades after becoming an afternoon phenomenon, members of the original Mighty Morphin Power Rangers cast are reuniting for a scripted Netflix special celebrating the enduring legacy of Haim Saban's creation. Did I say his first name right, Raul?
Haim Saban? Sure. Yeah.
Sure it is. Our Ranger...
Why not?
Our Ranger family runs deep. Walter Emmanuel Jones tells EW of getting to play Zack, the Black Ranger, 30 years later. Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, once and always. I know, 30 years. It's been 30 years since he's played the Black Ranger. That's so crazy.
Old. I feel so old.
Don't you know it? It's 30 years, Raul. 30 years. We're all getting old. I'm 28, so I guess it was.
Oh, shut up! You're a baby.
Before I was born.
You're a baby. Shut up.
Blue Ranger's my favorite. But so Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Once and Always, it's called. It stars Jones, David Yost, original Blue Ranger Billy. Yeah, Billy, my boy. Catherine Sutherland, who became the second Pink Ranger Cat in season 3, as well as Steve Cardenas, Karen Ashley, and Johnny Young Bosch, who's also an anime voice actor, shout out to him, who joined the show in season 2 as the second Red Ranger Rocky, Yellow Ranger Aisha, and Black Ranger Adam, respectively. The special also features Barbara Goodson, voice of Rita Repulsa, Richard Horvitz, our boy Richard Horvitz from Invader Zim, voice of Alpha 5, and new addition Charlie Kirsch as Min, the daughter of original Yellow Ranger Trini. Trini was played by Thuy Trang. I probably butchered that name.
Thuy
Trang, who died at 27 in 2001 after being involved in a car accident. Rest in peace. There is no word if other original cast members are involved or if the special will tribute original Green Ranger Tommy actor Jason David Frank, who died at 49 by suicide in 2022, which we did report a couple months ago. Raul, I know you're a very big fan of Power Rangers. Dude, what do you think of all this news? What's going on?
This is great. Now, this was my jam growing up. Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. Especially those first few seasons, those first iterations. I think I kind of dropped off around like Power Rangers Turbo or Power Rangers Turbo, Power Rangers in Space, something like that. That's kind of when I stopped watching. But man, this original team, or at least the original run, the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers run before they switched over to Zeo, this was my jam right here, and you got these same actors coming back. David Yost, David Yost, Walter Jones, Catherine Sutherland. I mean, these guys are all coming back. This is the original team, the OG team. And I know I'm pretty sure over the course of the show's run, in all the different iterations over the years, a lot of these older actors have come back, right? I think they've done that before.
Oh, yeah. There's been like a bunch of meetups with all the Power Rangers in history.
Yeah, they've done that. And there was like one with like all the Red Rangers, I think.
Oh, such a great episode.
All the old, I haven't seen that one, but I know of that one. So these guys have shown up like here and there, again, over the course of time coming back and playing their respective characters. But I think, is this the first time we're seeing like just these guys together again? Like some of the original OG crew?
I think so, probably.
Without being involved in any of the new stuff? Like without being involved with any of the new actors or the new Rangers? This is just going to focus?
Yeah, I think it might be just them in this one. It is the 30th year anniversary, so Netflix knows what they're doing with all the nostalgia, because we're all the young kids that grew up. We're now in our 30s and late 20s. And it's a pretty big deal. Like, it's pretty incredible. Heck, I just seeing the photos, like if you listeners, if you guys just Google the picture of this show, this new Netflix thing, It's so cool. It's very nostalgic just seeing the Rangers all together huddling up and doing their poses.
Hmm.
And the fact that they got this new scripted thing is pretty cool. Um,
I
Raul,
wonder. Yeah.
do you think, Raul, that we're gonna see Jason David Frank in this special at all, or do you think that he's not gonna be in it?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, he died very recently, so I would imagine that at the time they shot this, he would have been alive. But yeah, so far we have heard no confirmation of his whether he's involved or not. God, that would be so cool if he is. I mean, that would be what a nice send off that would be. You know, one of the last things that Jason David Frank did would have been possibly doing this reunion, right? Like that. What a send off that would be.
Yeah.
That would be cool. I mean, and it is plausible because again, like he only died very recently. What, like a couple months ago, right?
Yeah, I think
And
so.
like, I'm sure they've shot this, a long time ago. Possibly begin early last year or late 2021. I don't know, but
If anything, I think it'd be really nice if they had like, towards the end of the episode, this special that they're gonna do, they have either footage of like homage to the two actors that have passed away already, or maybe if Jason made it in towards the end of the episode, that'd be pretty awesome too. If not, just something at the end just to say dedicated to these
I was
two
gonna
actors.
say, at the very least, you're gonna see, without a doubt, you're gonna see something at the end of the credits saying, for Jason, something like that. You're gonna see a dedication. But as far as if he's in it, I don't know. I'm surprised. Maybe it's too soon. That's probably why. If he's involved, they haven't released any promotional material with him. I'm just speculating.
Yeah,
if he is involved,
it comes
maybe
out
that's
in
a
April.
reason why we haven't seen him in any of these photos.
Yeah, they'd been. I read up a little bit of extra stuff about the production side of this series or this thing that they're doing, and they'd been talking about this for like almost 2 years. And Jason was also a part of the conversation, and he wanted to be involved and be a producer for it. So there is a good chance that he had some say in what happens in this project, in some way, shape, or form. So that there's definitely that. So, I don't know. It'll be really interesting to see what they end up doing with it. I think it's going to be cool no matter what. I've got good feelings about it. I grew up watching the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, not in '92 because I wasn't born yet, but I think by the time I was like 4 or 5 years old is when I started watching Power Rangers, and I'll always remember the theme song as we sang. But also, man,
wait, hold on a second, hold on. Which version did you start watching?
Go Power Rangers!
Okay, you watched the original first.
Oh yeah.
Do you know which version was happening at the time that you started watching Power Rangers?
I think
which iteration they were at?
The outer space one, the
Power Rangers in space.
I think in space are the ones where they had the cars.
That's Turbo.
I think.
Yeah.
Which one was the last one that came out, or the later one that came out of the two?
Oh well, Power Rangers in space came out after Turbo.
Okay, so space was definitely the one that was currently out when I was a kid watching
You're
it.
such a baby.
It's what I do, I suppose.
I was there for '92. I was there for the first season. I was there for the OG, man.
Yeah. Push up your glasses a little bit more as you say that, would you? But no, I think the last one I watched was, let's see, I saw Ninja Storm and Dino Thunder.
God, that's way beyond me. That's way past my time.
Dino Thunder had such a great theme song. Ninja Storm, that was my super weeb phase. Like that, I think that was the entrance of anime for me, where I just knew anime was my life now. And then Ninja Storm came out, and I was like, I'm in.
I don't know.
Go. Go Power Rangers, go Ninja Storm, let's go. Oh, man. It's so good.
I don't know this at all.
You old man.
This is totally different from me. Wait, I do wonder, what do you think the narrative of this will be? Like, what could possibly justify, like, what gets them all back together? What brings Rita back in Alpha 5? Like, I wonder what the narrative is going to be for this.
All right. Well, if we're thinking realistically that the other Power Rangers of the future aren't there, and it's only the timeline of the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers.
Yeah. Where does this fit in the timeline?
Right. This is like MCU level timeline right now.
Yeah.
In
You
this
know people are
multiverse.
asking these questions. You know people are already asking these questions right now. If
Why
you
does-
go online, I'm sure people are like, well, is this a separate universe or is this the same OG Mighty Morphin universe?
If you look at Billy's glasses, they're tinted a little differently, so maybe this is from the multiverse of
Is
Yeah, no,
everything
I-
changed? Do they go back in time like the J.J. Abrams Star Trek and now we're in a branched timeline? What's happening?
I mean, listen, I think that they've got to have just like Zordon's gonna be like, oh, Rangers, a new villain has come to the future and blah blah blah.
has arrived.
There's no one else who can stop them except for you. And the Rangers are like, oh no, I thought that we already took them all down. All the monsters should have been dead by now. Oh no. And then they all gotta get back together, and then like the Black Ranger's like, no man, I gave up that a long time ago kind of thing. And it's gonna be like a whole like, come together right now. Justice League.
Oh, God.
That's probably what's gonna happen. Either that or they're gonna be like, well, you are my best friend. I guess we'll team up. And then they just go off and do the thing. That's too easy, Raul. That's too easy. I just want to see, good
curious.
writing.
I'm very yeah, I hope it's written well.
This
like,
better be Oscar worthy.
I'm not
want to see.
expecting. Look, I'm not expecting that. I just don't want it to be bad. You know what I mean?
No, of course not.
Nobody
that.
wants anything like that to be bad. I'm hoping, man.
But you know what? It for all we know, we just remember Mighty Morphin Power Rangers as this awesome show growing up. But it might have been garbage, Raul. You never know. Although I will beg to differ, because the Mighty Morphin Power Ranger movie that came out, where they were all dressed up as ninjas, I was like, I'm in. It's the greatest thing since sliced bread. Let's go. But
I'm sure if I watched it again, I remember watching like the original run a few years ago and going, yeah, I mean, I love the show, but yeah, this doesn't age well.
oh yeah, every time you see people get beat up and they fall to the ground, they flop after an explosion, you got to look at them. You got to be like, Annie, are you okay? So, Annie, are you okay? Oh, hey, speaking of Michael Jackson.
I know where that's going. Oh, boy.
Hey, this brings us to our next topic here.